Well, lads, welcome back to this channel. We have another juicy topic for today. So the topic of today's video that I want to be discussing is, well, where am I going with this? Where am I going with any of these channels? And now the right answer is, well, only up. It's gonna happen eventually. Whether I do it within the next couple months, years, decades, eons, whether my children from the next generation will have to take over and then they'll start having to make this channel popular. But it's gonna happen eventually. But just to really start off with what I'm doing, we have to kind of go back and see where I've kind of come from with all this. 6 whole years ago, 6 to 7 years ago, where I had nothing but Share Factory and PS4, along with no mic, not even a single mic on me, but I had Fortnite gameplay. At the moment of this recording, I'm currently on about 1.7k subs on my main channel. Obviously, it isn't like a huge amount, but you know, we're getting up there every day. We're getting there every day. Slowly but surely getting there. That channel started out as, you're never gonna guess this, a Fortnite streaming channel. But then eventually, whenever I was streaming Fortnite over time, I then found Share Factory. And I think that was whenever I first started editing. Like, that was like the first software that I ever used. Oh my god, it's so ass. It's such, oh my Jesus, it's so bad. Because you only had a certain time frame and everything. Like, I think it was like 10 minutes or whatever it was. You could only edit within that 10 minutes. And it was just, oh my Jesus Christ of Almighty. It was awful. It was just terrible. I just kept streaming Fortnite, and then I think my first ever video that I actually edited, I think, was called A Sad PUBG Story. And all it was just this Fortnite character pure fucking killing himself. It was the best edit ever. That's what the first video on my main channel was. First ever Bosherbosh video was a Fortnite character killing himself. And after about a year or two of doing this with like no mic and streaming, I then received my first iPhone. Finally. I used to have an Xperia, like I had a phone beforehand, but it wasn't really that amazing at recording, and it was kind of old, and it was just, you know, it just was an okay phone overall. But the second I got an iPhone, oh my god. So whenever I got the iPhone then, that's whenever I started making skits. So this channel went from Fortnite streaming straight to skits. What the fuck? What the fuck? So then I'd say I started doing skits for 2 to 3 years. And that was whenever my editing was like getting better and better. I switched over to iMovie on my iPhone, and oh my Jesus. See, some of the software I look back on now, I'm like, how did I use that? What is wrong with me? Am I stupid? Am I genuinely stupid? So I started using iMovie, then I slowly switched to CapCut as the videos went on. Now I look back at my skits now and I'm kind of like, this are a little bit cringy. But to be fair, they were the thing that solidified the bottom of my channel. Obviously, as I stated, not a huge channel, but that kind of started me out. It got me a good amount of subs, got me a good amount of views, all this type of stuff. I even kept some audience members from the skits era into the new gaming videos. Like, for example, Gupta and I think someone like Turner Phillips. I can't even remember a lot of them, but those are the two ones that I can kind of remember. I think Corn Man, some fucking guy who's called Corn, whatever his name is. But straight after skits, I then started getting really back into gaming and really back into the PlayStation. So then, around that time, I started using CapCut. So this was the awful process. This is the terrible process of rinse and repeat. To anybody that is out there that is currently using PlayStation or anything like that to record, like PS5, whatever it is, if you're going to edit, don't do it on an iPhone. Don't convert it to an iPhone. Don't do Share Factory. It's awful. So after doing the skits for ages, I started getting much more into gaming videos and just watching gaming YouTubers in general. And around that time, I was watching like a lot of Vanos gaming. So then I was like, I could do this. So I would go onto the PlayStation. I would record with some of my friends on something like GTA. Bear in mind, I had a crap mic. Just the average console mic. Absolutely tragedy. But I'd record videos on that. And then it was awful. I would take my video from the PlayStation. Bear in mind, probably already like 720p. I think what I did was, it was awful. I would upload these videos on the PlayStation to my channel, but as like unlisted, and I would screen share oh my god. You know, like an iPhone where you can like scroll up and you can screen share or like screen record your video, just like what you're looking at? That's what I would do. It was awful. I would screen record my uploaded 720p PlayStation 4 footage and I would screen record it. Then I would take that screen recorded video and I would slap it in something like iMovie or CapCut. That's around the time I started using CapCut, so I was getting a little bit better with editing. But oh my god, it was tragic. The quality, you can really see the quality. I don't know if I have a huge amount of videos I do still have up from that type of beginning, but if you look back, you're going to see the absolute tragedy in quality. I eventually started taking it over to my PC and just downloading it there, but then I would, for some fucking reason, I would take that PC footage and bring it back over to iPhone through like Google Drive or something like that and just edit on the iPhone. The best moment of my life was whenever I got Premiere. That was a game changer and a half because I was getting really, really into editing, but I was using CapCut, so it was getting more and more restrictive. And Premiere changed a lot of the stuff I do. That's whenever I started getting much better at editing, much better retention, much better at thumbnails, all this type of stuff. So whenever I got my very own PC, that's whenever I started editing even better and making my videos even more quality. I started using face cams, I started doing this, that, and the other, getting much more views. I started streaming much more different games. I started playing much more different games for videos. I had much, much better ideas. And a lot has changed quality-wise in the past year or so. Because every single year I'm looking back, I'm getting better at what I'm doing. In December, I looked back in the whole year from last year, and I was thinking, wow, this channel's great. This is brilliant. But now, not even a full year later, I'm looking back on like the videos that I didn't have a face cam, and I'm like, wow, they are really, really ass. Obviously, there are some good videos that I made without face cam from last year, but I just feel like they're not nearly as good of quality in my eyes as these new ones. The day whenever this comes out, I think the last video I made was the Wii Sports video. That so far was the best video I've ever made in my eyes. Obviously, some people will disagree, but the editing and just the video itself, I love that video. I don't know what it is. It's like my magnum opus. So that kind of brings us here today. I got a webcam, I got all this set up and all this type of stuff. Most of my money that I make from online, like investments, YouTube, Twitch, even a bit of work, a lot of it goes into YouTube. I'm dedicated to get this somewhere. I want this so badly to do well. Because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything like that. And because it's going to sound cocky, but I have money lying around. Like, I just have it. So kind of all the money that I do spend goes into YouTube. It goes into making my quality much, much better. Goes into designs, art, banners. And it's kind of for use. It's for the viewers. I don't care if it costs a lot of money. I don't. That's not an issue to me. I just want the best viewer experience. I want people to enjoy watching my videos. I want to inspire people to create themselves. I want to just make people's days in some sort of way with my content. Obviously, my content is hot shit. Obviously, my main channel's videos, I'd say I'm only happy with the new ones from January onwards. I think they're good videos, but I know they can be better. But that happens with time. Now, where I see this channel in the future, I feel like it will do good. I feel like it will get somewhere. And I'm happy with the progress I've made so far. I haven't made this much progress on these channels ever so much in my life. Ever since about last year, at the very end of the year, I think that's whenever something snapped and I started putting my time and more time and effort into this. And I know I can do well with it. I also now have a mail, so if you want to send in your genuine questions, if you're currently an aspiring content creator, I'm currently an aspiring content creator myself. I'm only kind of getting better at it. I'm no way big at all. But if you have any questions about editing, anything like that, any genuine questions, any topics you want me to discuss, the link to the email will be in the description. Right, I shall see you in about 2 weeks' time on this channel. New video attempt to come out tomorrow on my main, but yeah, thanks so much, and goodbye.